Welcome back, guys, to another video on my channel. I've been in the middle of moving back to my apartment for the upcoming school year, and I finally got my setup all put back together, and now we can get back to making videos. Moving into the bulk of the video, we'll be looking at the stock market. Again, I swear, we'll be making another video soon, but I'll be honest with you guys, ever since those tweets that Trump sent out a couple weeks ago, where it shook up all the stocks that I've been watching and have shown on the channel, I don't trust any of my trend lines, or more specifically any of my support lines. Just around 70% of the stocks I was watching has fallen out of pattern since those tweets. So I went through my watch list and put together a smaller watch list of stocks that are still holding and some stocks that have completely fell apart. So up first we have S&P 500, and at the time of recording, today's Saturday, and I've had the script written for a while, so not necessarily script because I've kind of gone off track, but right now it's September 7th. It's a Saturday. The market closed at 298.05. Okay, so all I wanted to say about this is that, everybody was worried about a recession, and what I had pointed out is that maybe, not necessarily going to be a recession, and it's $4 off of all-time highs, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. And if you look at the next thing that we're about to show is the VIX, and that is an indicator that my mentor chooses to look at when he decides that he's going to start trading or not. And he never trades when the VIX is above or at $20. However, right now, if we look at it, and you can see right here, it is at 15, I think 15 exactly. It closed at 15. Sorry if the mic sounds different. The mic just did not work correctly anymore, so I decided to get rid of it and just use this for now. Going on to the next stock that I wanted to point out is a stock that I've been watching for a little bit, CRON. It's a wheat stock, and it has a downward wedge. If you look at the monthly, right, we can look at the 5-year, I guess 5-year weekly is fine too. 5-year weekly chart. It's gone up probably started at 10, ended at 1190-ish, 1193 this past week. So, I planned on getting it in before this move off the support, but it's still under the volume profile, like the volume control line on my volume profile indicator. So I don't know, I might hop into it. It would be a terrible entry point, but if it was to break out, who's to say not to risk, like, what is that, 1078 to just a little bit over $1. I'd be risking $1 for, let's say, 1568 to 24, so got $9. I'd risk $1 for $9. I mean, I don't know. So still looking to get in to CRON. Moving on to the next stock on the list is GDDY, and this is GoDaddy. It's got a nice consolidation pattern that actually this past week I am in, and I think it was a good entry point for the time being. It could be pretty early, but you can never tell until it happens. So I'm watching this closely. I have an alert set at 6137, just around there. So pretty excited about this one. I feel like I got in pretty good. So moving into the next one is FCF, and this one, looking at it in the five-year weekly chart, I don't like the fact that it has fallen so far from 1791 all-time highs to just hanging around 13. However, if you just zoom in and play the consolidation pattern, it is at a good spot. I mean, it's kind of holding that. It broke down out of the first support right here, but it's actually holding this one, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't want it to go any lower, so I guess this is something you could go into, but just be cautious because, it could break down very easily. like very easily. However, the price control is super far below, so maybe those people will help push the stock up, but the volume pocket is like it would fall from there pretty easily if it got into that volume pocket. So be cautious on that one. I don't know if I would suggest even trading it. So moving on, we got ticker symbol GDI. Now this is one that we'll move into the 1 year, 1 day chart. Now this is one that I wanted to point out because this is a trade I made. I had an option on this. I had a call option, and I didn't see that it gapped up. I don't know. I guess I was zoomed in like extreme, and I couldn't see that it had gapped up. I couldn't see that it had gapped up at all, and I made that trade, and it completely broke down. I ended up only losing like 40, 50 bucks on it, but yeah, as you can see, it just kept on falling from my trend lines. It just was not, and it's actually below, well, it's right above, but it had gone below the price control. So those are the kind of trades that you'll learn from the most. Is just like, oh, I made a bad decision on taking a position on this without looking. So now next time, or any other trade I make, I go ahead and I look at them, at least into more in depth. And moving on to the next stock is a stock that I had said I said it was early too, but I had liked it, and it is 1-800-Flowers, and they got killed. I think their earnings destroyed them. So yeah, it looks like on their earnings they just completely got destroyed. They look like they gapped up, but then they just got destroyed. So yeah, that's not, don't get in on that trade. Moving on fast is we got J Blue. No, that's not it. It's a long-term position here that I thought was, if you look at the 5-year weekly chart, still waiting for it to get to the right support, but keep an eye on that one. Also moving on is MMM, or 3M company. This is a broadening pattern that looks like it has been holding for a long time. So if you know how to do broadening patterns, or know how to play them well, then this is definitely a position I think would be well with, or you could do well on. However, I don't know broadening patterns that well, so I can't recommend anything on this one. We can look at Riot. This is a downward wedge pattern that I was considering getting on. I think it's a good spot. Again, it's right around, it's hanging around the support, so might get in on this. And I think HBAN. I just wanted to point this out because it's just this. I've been in this one multiple times and I have no clue what to do with it. So I don't think this is a good stock to invest into right now. However, I mean, you could. It's right around price control, so I don't know. That's my list right now. All right, so there you guys have it. That was my list of stocks to go through. Ones that we've looked on the channel before, and ones that we haven't looked at yet. It's been a while since I made the script for this video, and it's been a while since I recorded the video. So a lot of things have happened from then until now. The stocks have either gone up or down or stayed the same. So make sure to look into it before you guys invest. Always remember to do your own due diligence and don't take what I say too seriously. Like I said, this is a learning process for you and myself. So with that being said, that's going to be the end of this one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.